Let's check in with Garth. It's business time, and we do this with 2 Degrees every day. Auckland Council plans to downzone 12,000 properties and shift development to high-rise apartments. This is around train stations where everybody will be piling out from work. Business Desk, Garth Bray with me now. Hey, Garth.
Hey, Ryan.
So, government's forcing some changes, but then councils can go back and get some exemptions. Is this what's going on here?
Yeah, we can get into some real alphabet spaghetti here if we want to with Plan Change 78, which our infrastructure editor, Ollie Lewis, says stay away from. It's very complicated. But the bottom line is we've got a couple of things going on here. We've got effectively since the 2023 floods and so on, a realisation that we are building things in the wrong place, regardless of whether we need to keep those chippies and electricians busy, as you were saying before. And so they're looking at a downzoning there for coastal erosion, for flooding, for inundation, for those kinds of risks as well. And they're also looking at complying with some other parts of government policy around how to intensify Auckland and not do it by building a stack of 3-storey developments right next door. So if you were planning to do one of those and overshadow your neighbour, bad luck. If you were planning on not having one of those, good news. What they're looking at, though, is really intensifying around those rail corridors, in particular the train stations in Auckland, where we've just spent billions of dollars connecting the City Rail link, which will open next year, hopefully, Mangawhau, Kingsland, and I think out to Morningside. And they're talking about at least 15-storey apartment developments around there, plus a stack around the bus lanes, 18 high-frequency areas. So you're going to see a real push to try and bring people into the city and around those areas.
And Kingsland, Simon Wilson's got a good story in the Herald this morning about Kingsland, the special character areas. Basically, see ya for most of it. And you can build your,
You'll have a drone eye view of Eden Park. Let's just put it that way. And this is something ACT were pushing for about 4 years, so a bit of a win probably for them on this. And it all goes to a planning committee meeting on Thursday.
Brilliant.
So we'll see. Down the track, there'll be public submissions. And
Golden Visa advisors are getting ready to add a buy a home to their pitch because, of course, in a couple of weeks, Nicola would have spoke to Bloomberg about this. We'll get a decision from Cabinet on foreign buyers ban.
Again, it all seems to take a long time. They're very much expecting a $5 million threshold to kick in, and they're not making too many big bones about that. It's sort of probably about 1% of the properties that are conveyanced in any given year. And it's basically, they're saying, hey, it's great, it doesn't make it easier, it doesn't cut people out of the ability to buy a home in their neighbourhood, because if you're probably able to afford $5 million, it's, you'll be fine in that area. But interesting, some of the advisors are saying, hey, look, this isn't such a big deal for our clients, but some of the VC people that are seeing the money coming in from that active investor program are saying this will be a really big deal, because if you're putting $5 to $10 million into a country, even if you're only parking it in a fund, as we sort of found out some of them are doing, being told, hey, you're going to have to Airbnb your family is probably not exactly no mai haramai. It's more like just give us your cash and see you later.
Sleep on the floor.
So that's possibly seen as a bit of a positive. We've got an update there, about $200 million now approved under committed investments under future applications.
Okay.
So
and that's only we're talking months, aren't we? It's like 3, 4, must be 4 months now.
So obviously that paperwork's moving fast enough, but some other isn't quite.
No, good point. Right, Contact out yesterday. Contact's boss having a spray at red tape. What's this all about?
This is Mike Fuge, boss of Contact. He's been on record before saying he's frustrated at the rate of their ability to get consents for a quite a big wind farm development down in the Southland on the Jedburgh Plateau. That was about 300 megawatts worth. So, I mean, they had a good result yesterday. I think $331 million increase, 13% lift in net profit on the back of a lot of geothermal. They've brought a fair bit of that on, and also they've got some gas capacity that they were able to release, and that's obviously, we know that's worth a whole lot at the moment.
Sorting out the consenting stuff? They keep telling us they are.
Wow. He's saying, well, look, we've gone for fast track on a project. It's been 120 days to get through that. Now it's sitting on a minister's desk. 2 very important bits of paper we've had to shuffle. They're there for another 30 days. And this is the quote he gave our energy correspondent. The politicians, they're trying to unjam this country. There are elements in the bureaucracy who are doing their damnedest to slow them down. So he's trying to pick favourites here, because he knows those ministers are looking at a big change that might actually whack some of the gentiles.
Bureaucrats.
He's poking away at the bureaucrats, saying, hey, come on,
always the bureaucrats.
Move it forward, please, for us guys.
That's why we've got to get rid of them.
I guess they're saying, hey, leave it to us and we'll build this. They've got $1 billion worth of new generation planned in the next year or so, so let us get on with it. Don't
get out of our way.
But also don't break us up.
Well, yeah, that too. Hey, appreciate your time, Garth.
Cool.
Garth Bray, Business Desk. Thanks to our partners, 2 Degrees.